Maybe I gotta... Do I have to keep moving the mouse to show that the controller's active? That might be it. That might make some sense. I don't know. We're counting it. Squidward at the mound for the DK Wilds. DK Wilds, the other team to go scoreless last week. We'll see if they have better luck this week. The Fireball sure did. Green Toad, gonna start out with a nice little base hit. Just a decent, modest base hit. We got Monty Mole up. Monty Mole last week with only one hit, but they did get a run in. But this week, starting off with a double play. Not looking great. Beatrice up to bat. Birdobos did lose last week. They did lose to the Spitballs. Right? Maybe not. I think so. Is this good officiating? I don't know. I think they won. So we are in the losers bracket, but Squidward, a nice strike to Birdo. Curveball inside. It's gonna be another. Oh, it's a beautiful catch by Dixie Kong. Yeah, not Tiny Kong. Tiny Kong is Tall Kong. Dixie Kong with a nice play in center field. Ditto up to mound, looking terrifying when they blink. Blue Shy Guy gonna start us out in the inning. A nice hit, but the other Shy Guy in the game gonna catch that in center field. Isabel up to bat. A ground ball to Critter. The bomb does not go off in time. The fuse on that bomb is very long. So the Bows will get off pretty easy there. Donkey Kong takes a strike, a very inside strike. Fastball right down the middle, not going to swing again with that boxing glove. Can they get a hit? They will get a hit into right field. Donkey Kong, who just did not do well hitting last week. They only got one hit out of 3 at-bats. And Tiny Kong with a line drive to shortstop. Gonna end the inning for the Wild. Scoreless in the first. Not all that much going on. I'm sure we'll see some offense soon enough. And it's not because I'm the owner of the Wilds. Because that's completely different. Yoshi with a huge error. Paragoomba getting the first base off of the light blue Yoshi error. Dry Bones takes the strike from Squidward. One man on first. And that's going to be a hit into right. Paragoomba almost going for 3. Goes back to second and gets tagged out. They would have made it to third, I think, if they went. I don't think that outfield would have made the throw. Now Green Shy Guy up to bat. A blue pit into center. It's going to get them on base. However, Dry Bones doesn't know whether to tag or not. So another base running mistake for the Birdobos. And Ditto gonna go for the home run. Will it hit the wall? No, it goes over the wall. Ditto hits it over the fucking mountain. And gets a 2-run home run. Did not think Ditto would be the one hitting the home runs today, but so far, only one with some RBIs on the board. Green Titter. Jesus Christ. Listen, y'all, I had a long day at work. Green Critter. A long hit into left center on the train. Gonna hit both of the Kongs in the outfield. Securing a double for Green Critter. If that were Squidward, no, I would have been pissed. And Yoshi just gonna let that go by in the center field. Yoshi with some terrible defense. I think the Wilds might have chosen the worst Yoshi. Nothing more winds up. Trying to get another 2-run bomb. And that's going to be an error due to the POW block. Monty Mole with another RBI. I've never seen a better POW block. Lands directly on the forehead of Shy Guy. Yeah, Kong's in the outfield. Isn't that good? Isn't that really good? Night Lily, love you. So still 2 outs. Beatrice up to bat. And Blue Yoshi... Oh my god. Gets the grab, but does not make the throw in time. So bases loaded for Birdo. And Blue Yoshi does finally get an out. Stops the bleeding. Good lord. Some amazing hitting from the Bows, some terrible defense from the Wilds. Let's see what Funky Kong has to say about it. Take strike 1. Off to a good start. Lines up huge for that one. Just gets 1 base hit out of it. It's not much, but at least it's a man on for Dixie Kong. Dixie Kong up against Ditto. Take strike 1. Fastball down the middle, and that's going to be a double play. Green Critter makes the catch, throws back to first. And Dixie Kong was a little too far off the bag. Now Squidward up to bat. He did with a star pitch. That's going to be a slow grounder. The POW block doesn't hit in time. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Birdo Bows. Wilds fans have to be getting nervous, as this season is just not going well for them throughout these first, 9 innings that they played so far? Paragoomba and Blue Shy Guy with an amazing diving catch. Stops a base hit. Thank God for Blue Shy Guy. Here comes Dry Bones. Up for the 2nd time this game. After, I believe, a hit into right field, they're going to get a hit into center field now. Now Green Shy Guy up to bat. They will ground out to Blue Shy Guy, who makes a double play all by themselves. The Shy Guy to Shy Guy double play. And that is how you play defense. The right side of the Wilds defense looking much better than the left side. Let's see if their defense can start to look a little better than their... Or their offense can look better than their defense. No, it doesn't matter, because that's a line drive to Beatrice at second base for the first out. Blue Yoshi. Another hit to second base. Another out. Can Blue Shy Guy get anything going? Does take strike 1. They are full on star hits, they're just not using them, and Blue Shy Guy will finally get a hit for the Wilds. They are getting about 1 an inning so far. So if that does ring to be true, Isabel will get a ground out to second base here. But let that not be an announcer's curse. No, they will actually fly out to left field. You see, I had nothing to do with that. That's just how the inning went. So that's 3 scoreless again for the Wilds. And the Birdo Bows coming back up. 3-run lead. Squidward with the strike inside. Ditto gonna ground out to shortstop. Yoshi does make the throw. Yoshi might be seeing some new assignments here soon. They might not be lasting at shortstop too long this season. Green Critter with a high fly ball to deep center. At the tracks, but Dixie Kong does catch it. The moment it made contact, you knew that was going far. Green Toad takes strike 1 even after moving up for that. Swings at the second pitch, and Dixie Kong with another nice catch. The outfield finally making some plays here for the Wilds. Let's see what they can do with the baseball bat, huh? Well, all right, maybe not Donkey Kong because he doesn't have one. Take strike one. Maybe he should get a bat though. Swings at the second pitch and Green Critter with a jumping catch. 1 out. Tiny Kong up to bat. A powerful swing, gonna make it into left field. And yet another base hit for the Wilds. Can they do more than that? Funky Kong looking to get something going this season. In a bit of a slump so far. That's gonna make it all the way back to the wall. Train not gonna be anywhere near the play. But a runner does move to third base. So 1 out, 2 on. Dixie Kong up to bat. The changeup will be swung at. That's going to be a base hit, bringing in a run for the Wilds, moving Funky Kong into a pickle, which he will be called out on. I don't know what he was thinking. That is embarrassing for Funky Kong. Another time where the runner's like halfway to the next base, and they just don't know what to do. So 2 outs for Squidward. 1 on, a hit right up the middle. The fireball just barely misses Green Critter. That's going to end the inning. But at least the Wilds score a run for the first time this season. They got to be happy about that. Still down by 2, but we've got 3 innings left to play. Monty Mole up to bat will take a strike. Beatrice on deck. Strike 2. Can Squidward get a strikeout? Fastball on the side, not going to make it, but Blue Shy Guy going to make an incredible catch at second base. Beatrice up to bat, 1 out. Swinging at the first pitch, and finally, Light Blue Yoshi makes a solid play in the infield. They must have heard my comments after the last inning and realized that I am also the team manager. Decided to catch the ball. 1 strike on Birdo here. High fly ball to right. Doesn't look like that. Oh, it will go foul. It just barely curves out at the last second. A few feet too far foul. They will, however, make it to first base. Paragoomba wanting to bring in Birdo on 2 outs here. That's going to be a ground out to Yoshi. Throws it to second. Blue Yoshi did look frustrated out there in shortstop, even after making a simple ground play. What's going on? Does Yoshi not like to play shortstop? Blue Toad up to bat. Ditto with another strike. Another pitcher who has lasted very long in these games. Beatrice going to be some nice backup there. Nice catch. 1 out. Light Blue Yoshi up to bat. Powerful hit, but you can't get anything past Green Critter. It's just not gonna happen. Blue Shy Guy. Let's see what he can do. And back to Beatrice. One of the quickest innings you'll ever see. 1, 2, 3. They're down like that. Birdo Bo's back up to bat. The Wilds just cannot figure out their offense. Drybone's the lead hitter. Gonna take strike 1. Nice hit into right center. Dixie Kong there to stop it from going back to the wall. Which is good because the train was on its way. Green Shy Guy. Hit right back to Squidward. Throws it to Yoshi. Throws it to DK. Double play. Was that a 1-6-3 double play? Very nice. Ditto takes strike 1. Pitcher v. pitcher. Takes a big swing. Donkey Kong can't make the jump. Funky Kong gets it at the wall. And luckily they're fast enough where Ditto only gets held to a single. Green Critter, though, looking to do some damage here. And that is out of here. Never mind, it's in here. It's in here. Hits the very top of the wall after Dixie Kong gets hit by the train. So Green Critter held to a double. Funky Kong does not make the catch, so Ditto's gonna score off of that. But that is the only run that will score off of that hit. Funky Kong just barely too slow out in right field. Montgomery Mole. Up to bat with 2 men on, 2 outs, takes strike 1. And just a little bloop ground ball to shortstop. I don't believe the run counts, does it? I don't think it does, but that POW block was masterfully placed onto the forehead of Yoshi. Okay, the run did not count. As long as you get the out, then it's okay, and the run won't count on force. So only 1 run there for the Bros, but still pretty good, extending that lead back again. Isabel with a hit right up the middle. Isabel, I believe last week went went 3 for 4 on hitting. So a very consistent hitter. Getting the base almost every time they're up at bat. Donkey Kong, a big swing, not gonna make it over the wall. Shy Guy with that speed though. And Isabel had already rounded second? Oh boy. This Wild's offense is a disaster. Tiny Kong will get a base hit. Gonna stick it first for now. Even though that assist item was nice. Funky Kong takes strike 1. The highest fly ball you will see in your entire life. The train had already left the station. But, oh, the ghost ball was almost so masterfully done. However, Shy Guy already in position to catch it. So, scoreless for the Wilds. Unfortunate series of events there for them. Takes us into the final inning of the game. Light Blue Yoshi does get the ground ball. So 1 out for Birdo, team captain for the Bows. And that's a bomb. That has to be gone, right? Alright. Home run for Birdo. I really thought they were trying to trick me there again, but it was indeed high, it was indeed far, it is indeed gone. And another home run in this game for the Birdo Bows. Squidward finally getting tired out here in the 7th. They're not going to take him out just yet. They want him to clean out the side. And a hit by the Paragoomba that will land. And that's going to be a base hit for the Paragoomba. And after that, if you can't get out the Paragoomba, maybe you got to come out of the game. Donkey Kong, the team captain, going to come up onto the mound. Face Dry Bones. 1 on, 1 out. And 1 huge hit that will get caught by Tiny Kong. Green Shy Guy now. The Bows' last hope at extending this lead will swing and miss at strike 1. A solid swing there. Going to make it all the way back into left field. Paragoomba gonna hold on second. So a base hit. And Ditto up to bat, already with a huge home run this game. Looking to repeat it, but they will hit it to Funky Kong, and Funky Kong will make the catch. And the Wild's suffering is over on the defensive side. 4 runs back, and it's all or nothing here. They would hate to go 0-2 on the season so far. And Dixie Kong gonna get a quick ground out to second base. Already 1 out. Squidward. Another line drive to second. Beatrice putting on a clinic at second base. And Blue Toad, they will take strike 1. Just trying to keep the game alive. And then another line drive to Beatrice. It's possible. I assume Ditto's gonna get MVP. But Beatrice Just for the feeling. Does have a chance. Ah, there's Beatrice. So yeah, Birdo. Or sorry, Ditto, rather. With just a huge game for the Bows. Gives them their first win of the season. The Wilds doing absolutely awful. Only 1 run so far. Look at that. You have 2 people scoring at 30, and that's your highest. That is terrible. Imagine if that was Squidward. I'd be pissed. As the manager of the Wilds, I'd be pissed. Green Toad was runner-up for MVP. Just a good game for the Bows. They just played really well. A nice consistent run for them. I like to see it.